So, um, doing a little bit of digging, like investigation type stuff, or like choice types of matter type of things. I found this. I put it on my wish list as a meme. All right, and it's on sale. I had initially thought to bring you guys on this type of journey, but I'm feeling I'm going to get insulted for it later on as a meme. But this is this when you have stuff like this, you catch my attention because you bring up the idea of The Walking Dead, but the whole theme of it. This is yeah, choices matter type games. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I was searching for choice matters types of games, and this is what I found. I think this was the closest thing. What I was thinking, walking simulators in RPG. You also have a permadeath system and multiple endings, so what could go wrong other than the theme? I guess I don't know. But before I decide to buy this or not, we gotta check the reviews. I've already read the two reviews. It's on sale. This game realized that's a good one. So I'm gonna cut through some of these ones and see what ones interest me. It's good. Only good for card idling, but you definitely won't make me make what you paid for this. So unless you got it as a gag gift like me, don't waste your time. Same goes for the non-complete edition. Why am I doing this to myself? Pete with yes. Pete with the solid yes. Someone wanted a Minecraft Let's Play, and I'm doing this to myself. The only reason I'm just slightly thinking about buying it is because it's $3. $3 ain't gonna kill anybody. $3 isn't gonna kill anybody. It's gonna end me real fast. The inability to save except at predetermined points. Dryness of the writing is few characters the opportunity. It's okay. So, what this man is saying is that $2.99 gave him improper English. That concerns me a little bit. That concerns me a little bit. It doesn't actually, no, it doesn't concern me. I'm really interested to see how awful this might go. Waiting a long time. Yada yada yada. From other sources. Marvel's X-Men. Don't believe me? Look it up. Wait. Wait. Whoa. Wait a minute. I want to see this for myself. Hi, cat. How are you doing? I haven't gotten into the game yet, but I can only assume that. Hey, give me a second. I can't do that. Oh well. That this character might be the character that they're talking about in this review. And I clicked the wrong one. At this point, I don't really see a similarity unless I'm looking at the wrong character. That's also possible. I haven't even gotten to the game yet, but keep in mind this is the picture that we're looking at right now. This is. I find it funny how we have people with saying that there are grammatical errors in the English, but then saying it's a fantastic, memorable yeah. And animals are not to be derp. That's why I care. You might as well call the Lion King. Anyways, I recommend this game a lot. I love its writing and how the choices affect your story. When I looked through the achievements, there were only 2 endings. For 1 day straight, I stay awake to play this game. These are all the reviews I can look at. I wanted to make a video today that wasn't about me editing things. But it turns out, oh yeah, by the way, did I mention how many achievements there are? 136. And according to the achievements, 12 chapters. I almost don't want to buy this game just because of how much everyone around me is going to start questioning me really quickly. Especially now that I'm going to upload this to YouTube. But I might do it for the meme, for the joke, to see what these people are talking about. I'm more curious about the improper English, and yet it's still being a good story. So, I'm gonna get this, depending on how big of a file is this puppy. 2 gigabytes of RAM, 1 gigabyte available of space. Serious? That's how big this thing is? Why am I doing this to myself? I'll see you guys when I purchase this mouse. If I purchase it, that is. I'll be honest, I kind of regret buying this now, because the whole point of it was for a quick download to check out what this was, and it turned out to be longer than a quick download. But we're here now, so we're not going to look at a biased perspective of what's going to happen to me after this. We're going to look at it as a standpoint of what we read from the reviews. Good music, which... amazing music. I already like the music. Bad mixed dialogue, but good story? So what we should be interested in. I have no idea what I'm jumping into, and I can already tell this is going to be a wild ride. Alright, let me rephrase this right quick. I got this because choice matters and murder mystery, alright? Let's get into this before I end up roasting myself. The only reason I this is gonna be a series now on my channel because I got nothing better to do. I paid for it, so we're gonna make the most out of this. Using multiple save files is highly recommended. I do that on a daily basis already. Both keyboard and controller are supported for the output. Controller? Why would you use the controller for this game? F4 is windowed mode. And we'll enter windowed mode. What's F4? What did I just do? Did I mess up my recording software? Normally, last time I did that was with, oh. Did it change anything? Because last time I did that was with the Crooked Man and it messed up my recording. So, I don't know. Let me just fit the screen again to make sure that everything is going right. This is already going wonderfully. Please enjoy and choose wisely. Okay. I have to do reading as well. I just realized. Where am I? Is this outer space? What other place would we be? Why are you breathing right now? No, it absolutely can't be. I never survive in the void. Well, at least you pointed it out. I can scan my surroundings. What I see should be impossible. It'd be an impossibility. Luminescent nebula gazes back at me. Twinkles dancing across the sky. What? It's beautiful, but I'm not here to stargaze. As I take in this scenario, I notice some key things. My feet are not on solid ground, I appear suspended. And for some reason, I'm able to hear and breathe. These are 2 things you can't do in space. I count this as a blessing and focus on breathing. There were exercises I could use to calm myself down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I can count any higher, though, I'm interrupted. At that moment, I realize I'm not here by myself. I feel a hand rest upon my shoulder, and I shiver. I expect to feel fear, but a rush of calm overtakes me. Is that necessary? It's only at 20% and you're doing this to me? Ow, my ears! I gotta turn this down. Ow! That caught me a little off guard. Hello, welcome to the Ark. This is a very special place, you see. Only a secret few are allowed to be here. This is home for those untouched by fate, imbued with a power most would call fiction. Others have come, but now it's your turn. First and foremost, I require a name. Something to enter in the annals of time. We must ensure that you aren't forgotten. Alright, we're back. That took me just a couple seconds, but I fixed everything. We must ensure that you aren't forgotten. First name. No, we're gonna go with Lars. You'll know why in a little while, why I did that. Lars. I'll have a video explaining everything, what I want to do with this channel. I meant to make one of those like a while ago, and never got around to doing it. So, my microphone, I'm calling it a microphone now. My microphone is levitating. No! It has a nice ring to it. That's what I thought, too. I'm sure you'll be remembered. You have a gear on your hands, and a gear on your neck. My name, you ask? I'm afraid that's not important. No one will remember me after this. The presence here portends a grand fate. Not just for you, but the universe too. This is the purpose of those who come here. To that end, what else do they call you? Your surname is just as important. Out of curiosity, I must know. I guess we're gonna have to go with Wolf on this one, because I got nothing better. Honest Wolf, Very well. Pleasure is mine. They've given me your name, the deed is done. Your service to me in the Ark is pledged? What am I, what? But do not worry, you are not a slave. Your service rewards me with power. Something that most would kill to achieve. Others must bend the rules of the world. But for you, the opposite rings true. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. When you make a choice, reality will bend. Oh, so that's the way of it lapping in your choices matter. Wonderful. Your every whim will fall on your lap. You mean the butterfly effect. The universe now accommodates you. This is the power granted to you by the Ark. This is the power granted to you by me. Oh, it appears that you're fading away. Do you long to return to Earth? I understand there is a fear in the unknown. I'll find you again soon, and perhaps then we can talk a little more. Don't be scared, Lars. I mean no harm. Would you like to save the game? Yes. This is got like all like the art. It's got the RPG system in it. Chapter 1, the Ark, total saves 1, key left section. Wait. What just happened and why? By the way, I'll make a video talking about what I want to do with this channel. I kind of wanted to loop that in here just because why not? What the hard could be, I don't know. I feel a rush of speed as I shot back into my body. It was almost as if my spirit momentarily left me. Who was that man? And just what was the Ark, man? I scratched my head in a state of sheer confusion. And definitely, it wasn't a dream. I know that for sure. When you wake up from a dream, you know it wasn't real. You laugh it off and continue on with your life. That's not the sensation I was feeling right now. Not at all. I try to ground myself in reality. I take in my surroundings, noises, and the people. I focus on my destination, Tokyo, Japan. Well, ain't that just the perfect place for something like this to take place in? I feel myself calm down and slowly, but surely. The anxiety starts to replace itself with excitement. Though many would argue what the difference is. Who didn't dream of going to Tokyo in their lifetime? Me. I mean, I wouldn't mind going to Tokyo, but I don't dream of it, I'll be honest. It had to be the bucket list of millions of people. And it was the first of many places I'd visit. And what would surely be the best year of my life. I sit there holding the armrest with a fierce grip. It wouldn't be long until I figured out how wrong I was. Oh, hello. Chapter 1, The Calm Before the Storm. Like the music. Probably should have toned it down a little bit while I was in the menu. Give me a second. I pressed escape trying to change the music, but it's not there. Tried best by maintaining my composure. A can of Popstar held firmly in my grasp. I was the one to drink energy drinks so leisurely, but I picked up what you might call an addiction. A little bit more context, I'll say this. Popstar was the leading brand of energy drink. In fact, it was almost as popular as soda. It had full endorsement from famous pop idol. Pop idols? Pop idols is what you mean, I think. A contest was held to coincide with this idol's new tour. 2 special cans were then thrown into the wild. Those that found them got to travel with the tour. Almost like the golden ticket from old childhood stories. When is the murder going to come into play? I'm sorry, but like, this is not what I came here for. The 2 things I didn't come here. Choices matter and murder, alright? Those will get there, probably in like halfway through the game, depressingly. I hope I see them in this chapter. If I don't, I'm gonna come mad. The contest made the drink skyrocket in popularity. It took the world by storm, a cultural phenomenon. The chance to live a life of luxury was hard to pass up. In case you didn't know, the name of the idol was Class. Of course. What better name? So when I say I pick up something of an addiction, that might actually be another statement of the year. The odds of winning were literally in the billions. What? The odds of winning were literally in the billions. Like that. So it took a fair amount of chugging in order to win. I asked myself if it was worth it, but that's subjective. At least that's what I told myself in the in-between jitters. Being one of the lucky 2 came with its consequences. That's what the media called the prospective winners. Ouch. Before I could continue thinking, I'm interrupted. Someone walking down the aisle with a nasty fall. That's a nasty fall. They brace their descent and land on the seat beside me. That takes a special kind of skill, doesn't it? He quickly rises to his feet, wearing a look of panic. Oh, so you were here. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I do not like the look of this character, I'm gonna be honest. I nod my head, it's not the end of the world. Aside from the minor fright, everything is fine. Although, maybe we could talk to pass the time. It was starting to get boring sitting by myself, of course. First time on a train, and what came over me. Oh, I'm giving these people the same voices. What am I doing? If I'm gonna do something like this, why not give them a different voice? First time on a train, eh? Don't know what came over me. Just got dizzy and then, bam. Sounds like someone has a case of vertigo. I apologize again. Sorry for intruding. I really am. I try explaining to him that everything is fine, but he seems to think he's committed an awful crime. Beep, 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 beep. Your choice will affect the way you are treated. Before it can respond, however, an alarm sounds loudly. That can also change the flow of the story. The train comes screeching to a halt. Remember, it's not possible to please everyone. Mechanical failure? That's not good. Oh no, what was that? Are we going to die? I can't help but snicker at that. He's clearly one of those catastrophic thinkers. Good thing I brought a conch. Now I can be in the power we're okay, so he goes to rummage through his bag, a bit of a bookworm too, isn't he? I decided to just sit back and wait it out. Situations like this, there was nothing else to do. I try and think of how I could pass the time. It might be a while until we're mobile again. Can't use my phone for anything other than texts. The data charges while aboard were a death sentence. Oh, so they charge for data and stuff, alright. But everyone back home would already be asleep. There was quite the time difference at play here. Quite a time difference. My phone vibrates and I go to look at it. Almost as if I knew I was looking. I was thinking about it. What? Oh, Rook. Are you almost here? I can't wait a whole day on you. It's Rook, the man I'm meeting at the train station. Just wondering where I am, and I'm not sure what to say. Like, cool. I can't say for sure. Rook didn't like that response. I should just be honest with him. I wouldn't want to get things at a bad start. Certainly. My least favorite thing to hear. Very well. I feel like that's exactly what happened. His reply signals a feeling of disconnect. There was nothing I could do. And of course, I was truthful. I could rest easy. I noticed that the squirrel was also eagerly texting away. Put my phone back in my pocket and reclined in my seat. I wasn't exactly sure how Rook was related to class, but he had a pretty high up. He had to be pretty high up there. I was only given a wow, I'm messing up my words. Concrete details last week. I thought there would be limos and media coverage, but I was quickly told that this wasn't the case. I was getting picked up by a regular guy named Rook. I wonder if he would go full-on cliché, with a large piece of cupboard that says Lars. Oh man, I really hope we'll be okay. My train runs are usually incident-free. Usually. But he said that this was his first time. He seems to contradict himself without realizing it. Well, as funny as awkward silences are, we should probably get to know each other. Just in case we're stuck here forever. Oh, how fun that would be. Changing scenery really quick. I would have much rather had a calm, I'll be honest. You can call me Kila. I'm here to, well, I'm here to see some friends. What about you? What brings you to Tokyo? It's nice to meet another English speaker. I only speak Japanese at a preschool level. I'm about to answer, but I stopped myself short. I have flashbacks to when I signed that NDA. I wasn't allowed to publicly reveal why I was here. At least not until the media made it unofficial. But then again, what's the harm could it do? I'd likely never find itself back to me. Plus, Keela could be impressed with who I really am. A friend would be a great thing to be while aboard. Some choices don't have immediate consequences. I'm gonna keep it a secret because I really don't care. At the moment, I don't. I decided to stick to my morals and not break the NDA. It was probably for the best. Who wants a lawsuit? If I did let out my secret, and word got back to Rook, well, I'm sure there'd be. Oh, you can't say? That's cool, I guess. I'm just here to visit my brother. I thought you said you were here to visit friends. Nothing to hide on my end, really. I thought he said he was here to... He's contradicting himself yet again. Now he's here to meet his brother. It seems odd. Nothing to hide, huh? I feel bad that I can't tell him. He clearly realizes that I'm hiding something. I'm still really excited. It's my first time in Tokyo. Gotta hit up the maid cafes. Of course. Typical tourist. What about you? Did you ever go to the maid cafe? I've heard they're just the best. Maid cafes? Those were much like restaurants in the Western culture. However, your waitress actually stays at your table. You converse with them, play games, get to know them. It was definitely a foreign concept to me. How do I respond to Keela? I like the way it's the same thing. I want to bring this up. The Crooked Man, the same thing. It's either you go in completely bold and tell them no, or it's yes, you do this and it backfires. But I almost want to say yes just to say yes and see where that takes me. Cool. Want to keep it Dutch. Yeah, of course you like that answer. I had a feeling you would like that answer. I've looked online at all the tourist sites. There's some great ones down in Akabera. When I continue talking, the train moves again, and the passengers are shaken up with all the sudden movement. Keela beams a wide smile as if this is a major victory. Well, I was scared for nothing. that didn't really last that long at all. He sure seems like quite the character. If we didn't end up going to those maid cafes, well, there'd be no shortage of entertainment. I wonder if the same could be said with Rook. More importantly, I wonder how'd he treat me. He certainly seems like an interesting guy. From what I'm glad I didn't break the NDA. I don't think I would have been able to face him if I did. I find it odd that I'm analyzing my previous actions as if I could have changed what I said and what I did. Thanks for telling me. Perhaps it was because of the weird visions I had. I control my own destiny or something like that. What a ridiculous thing to comprehend. You do all the time. It's called the butterfly effect. I personally believe in the butterfly effect. Every decision, no matter how big, how small, has its consequences. If I could control my destiny, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be off somewhere living in the life of luxury. But there's no use in thinking like that, so I stop. At that exact moment, a pain attacks my chest. More pain than I've ever felt before. It pulses with my increasingly fast heartbeat. I go to clutch my gut instinctively, only to find out that I can't move. Everyone around me seems to be frozen in place. I start to panic. I go to focus on my breathing like before, but I can't breathe either. I sense someone behind me, and I feel it. The hand on my shoulder again. The pain fades away and I gasp loudly for air. Is there something about this touch? Terribly sorry for earlier. Our meeting seems to have been cut short. Perhaps you desired to return to Earth? After all, the universe bends to you now. Am I that frightening? Either way, I sense a conflict within you. You think what happened earlier was a dream. Yet now your dream stands before you. I am real. The Ark is real. The power that you have? Well, yes, it's real too. I'm not here to lecture you anymore. Your words and actions are your own, as is the power I have given you. However, you will be asked to help me. You are not receiving this power for free, but I will let you run free for today. When I see you again tonight, I will tell you everything. And then your journey will begin. I was immediately shot back into my own reality. Or at least the reality I was comfortable with. But now I know one thing's for sure. That really happened. The Ark wasn't just a dream. He actually gave me some sort of power. And not a power at all, actually. Just you living your life and making decisions. I feel so bad for, like, pointing out, like, the obvious. And, like, being so mean about this game when it doesn't deserve it. It really doesn't. He actually gave me some sort of power. I have no idea what to think right now. The confusion inside of me enters. What? It's like millions of voices are fighting in my head, trying to make sense of everything that happened. Oh, hello. Hey, are you coming? Keela stands before me, his luggage in tow. I notice that I'm also standing up. It appears that my body has moved on its own. Almost like something momentarily took over. Did I say something wrong? I did it in the wrong voice. Gosh, I need to watch my mouth. I tell him that he did nothing wrong. I let him know I was lost in my own train of thought. He seems to giggle as if it was a pun. I decided to take the credit for it, perhaps in an attempt to ease my inner turmoil. At least he waited for me, or I'd be clueless right now. That's the thing I would want to be. Alone, confused in Tokyo. A bad combination. I apologize for the delay as we exit the train. I'm messing up my words right now. Fright looms over me for the rest of the day. Whatever happened tonight, change everything. Whatever were to happen tonight. Yeah, I guess that would be true. Why is there a frame? Earlier that day, in the courtrooms of Terra, a planet far from Earth, yet closer than was known to any. I haven't got any achievement pops up telling me I've completed an episode, so... Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I present to you Lord Plaire, your current leader in the race for mayor, and with that, your future king. I've been his humble servant for years, and though that I'm certain of one thing, he'll bring Terraria, that's the first thing that came to mind, to an age of prosperity. Ah, Lord Plaire. Come now, Riley, you embarrass me. I'd rather speak for myself. I'm flattered, but need to hear me. I shall speak with this prosperity on my own. This is something very terrain must hear. Under our current king, we are doomed. Forgive me, Lord Plaire. Can you not with the music? I liked the music. It's just really loud because I'm an idiot and didn't turn it down. That's my fault. Forgive me, Lord Plaire. I did not mean to embarrass you. Not in front of all these people. I mean, you're not Quirrell. Quirrell? Riley? I don't know. Have a seat. I'll call you as needed. Yes, my lord. Allow me to ask you all one question. You do not need to answer vocally. Just ponder on it as food for thought. If I may paint you an image in your minds. You have a starving family. Your only desire is to feed them. You work harder than you ever have before, but you only have enough food to feed half. The rest of your family will simply starve. So before you can eat, there's a knock. Finally rapping on your door of your home. You learn that it is someone new in Terria. They fled the destruction of their home. All they want is a new life on our soil. They beg for your food, almost dying. But if you feed them, your family suffers. In this case, charity is a curse. They live, and your family may die. So what would you do? Would you help your stranger? Even if it goes on to hurt your family? Here's the thing. I'm not going to do it without asking everybody around if they want to help this man. This person. For help. Oh, it is. I believe I know what your answer is. Why would I let my family die? Why would I give a stranger my food? I do not blame you if this is your answer. Like, I'm in the middle, alright? I need someone else to make that decision for me. I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I don't know. You work so hard for the sustenance. Some sustenance. Huh? Why are you expected to just give it away? Why is Terraria expected to give it away? This is a portrait painted of our world. A place to be taken advantage of. Used. We can barely sustain ourselves, yet we need to care for those immigrants. Your current king is making fatal mistakes. He gives everything away freely. He calls himself the Immortal King. We truly lived for several millennia. Well, you'd think he'd have a common sense. Something Terraria has been lacking as of late. Every immigrant we accept, they're another stroke on our canvas. One that paints us as lax and lazy. The more we accept into our world, the more we condemn ourselves to accept. This is the power of the word of mouth. Huh? At this rate, we will all die. Regardless of our origin, we will starve. I wanted a strict immigration law. Strict. But even this would not help us. You Don't allow a disease to run rampant. Oh, I do not like where this is going. We need to cure this blight permanently. A vote for Blair will give us severance. A discount from all of the other worlds. No longer will they be able to use us. Well, as a civilization, wouldn't it be better to try and keep trade going in between? The more people you accept coming from their worlds... Oh, wait, they're destroyed, aren't they? I didn't think that through. There'll be obviously some editing errors that I have to go in and fix. This is gonna be great. If I'm elected, I will devote my life to this. I will ensure Terraria's independence and our base right to live in fulfilling lives. Only then will we be free from immigration. Only then will our resources be our own. That is all. Will there be any questions? I have a question for you, Lord. Lord Blair. If you're accepting, of course, please speak, my child. My name is Kaylin. Please refrain from calling me child. Not one of your blind followers. The real problem lies in your greed. You're a noble. You're a noble? You have so much food. Why do you herd and say we've run short? I'm trying to give a different accent from everything else I can, and I can't seem to get one. I don't know. What would be a good accent? But you're right. If you have food, why aren't you sharing it? Why do you say we run short? What? If people like you learn to share, that's probably not a good voice. Would we all be leading happy lives? You're a single man, yet I've seen some inside reports. You hoard enough food to feed dozens. Inside reports. Wouldn't it be more fitting to share? The supply's there, Lord Blair. Your campaign is based on a lie. And why do you have so much food? You don't look that round to me. This is why Lord Velasquez wants a teeth. Not everybody, just the rich. So I don't think you care about our food. Or any resources for that matter. You only care about removing foreigners. The question is, what is the true reason you seek to severance? She's got a point. What gives you the right to say that? You're speaking to your future king. Future king? Don't make me laugh. You're avoiding the question. Where's your proof? Accusations require evidence, Kaylin. Something I'm sure you don't have. I laugh at the notion that I'm hoarding. Especially enough to feed dozens of people. I know the importance of giving. I would never keep that while others starve. Really? You fooled me. That story you just told everyone? It was about not sharing and giving. I asked you to seek severance. And you go and get this defensive. Your hatred speaks volumes, Lord Blair. There's no need for discrimination here. Everyone deserves food and shelter, not just those native to Terraria. I seek severance to be independent. I only want to share amongst our own. I don't want a reputation of charity. I want Terraria to thrive on its own. If we keep giving things away, we only give off a bad image of ourselves. That is actually kind of a lie. Well, even if you did achieve severance, we'd still be full of immigration. Not only that, but they're disobedient. But their descendants too. How does this make you feel? Ugh. Simple. We'd establish a new area. Once we are severed, we'd all be natives. We'd unite as one self-sustaining world. I think that is a bad idea, because trades with other civilizations will actually probably advance you further along than a self-sustaining one. Because then you have ideas coming from other nations that you probably wouldn't have even thought about, coming into your nation, and, you know, kind of stacking on top of what you know, you know? Funny you should bring that up now. Rebranding our entire world. Think that'd be a part of your campaign? Typical politician. Making things up, turning all the negatives into positives. I'll give you credit, but I'm not fooled. I ask again for proof, child. Fine, your servant Kabu has all of it. Provided me a particular shifting of manifest. It should be all that we need to prove this. What? And the evidence substance his claims. Claims of hearing immigrant hate speech. A nightly pastime of yours it is, seems. I'll let him handle it from here. I can confirm all of that Colleen said. Kabu, you traitor. What have I done to deserve this? At first I thought Blair was my friend. I know I'm not from Terria, but he made me feel wanted, like a son. But he started to hate immigrants so much, I realized more that I was only being used. He just wanted a cheap servant. And now recently, he's been hurting food, creating nothing but artificial shortages. One he can confidently blame on immigrants. Oh! Oh, the ball was dropped on that one. And one that he can use as cover. He conveniently hides his hatred while supporting his campaign for mayor. The problem isn't those coming to Terraria. It's the greed of those that live in it. Our mortal king speaks the truth. A tithe on the upper class. Yes, then everyone would be fed. Vote for Velasquez's continued reign. You know you speak lies. Why are you doing this, Kavir? Thought. Please look at this shipping manifest. I'll place it here for all to see, that you may know Blair's true nature. Remember, he owns lots of lands on Terraria. This is but one of many instances. I'm positive he herds at his own homes. Forged! The evidence is forged. Do not trust such invital accusations. It was likely created by Velasquez. So, you have this person who has evidence of this man, who he apparently trusted, who has a long relationship with this person, who has then gotten information. It's gotta be true. There is literally no other reason why he wouldn't backstab Blair. I'm saying it's true. There's no doubt. Unless he's getting paid large amounts, but I doubt that. Riley, have a word with the people. I'm sure they realize Gabolt's deceit. And guards, please detain those two men. What just happened? We notice that there aren't many people standing around. The initial rush must have already subsided. At least Keela waited for me. How long was I out? Well, I guess this is it, huh? It seems as if we've changed dramatically in setting. I almost feel like the next time I save, I've been recording for a good while now. I cannot wait. Give me a second to breathe. What is happening? Well, I guess this is it, huh? I kind of pictured a grander entrance, but there's really nobody here. Oh well, I should have expected less. That way you don't get disappointed. That's better than getting your hopes up. That was sure an odd way of looking at things. Of course, nothing about Keela was normal. Hey, pull out your phone. We should exchange numbers just in case. I'll be in touch about the maid cafes. I'll read up on some really cool ones. Pulls out his phone and awaits my information. I pull out my phone out of my pocket and do the same. After a few moments pass, we exchange our digits. Got Kilo's contact information. Thanks. It was nice to meet you. I'm always glad to make new friends. It's Tokyo. Starts to scurry away. Hope he's a texter. I hate getting phone calls. Seems so weird. Our generation is definitely hooked on text messages. I wonder where I'm supposed to go. Rook never gave me any detailed information. I expected he'd be right there when I got off. I like having like my own character to voice over, so I don't have to use exaggerated voices that hurt my throat. My throat's starting to bother me right now. And that happened a lot during Buried. But when I don't have to exaggerate my voice, it hurts a little less, you know. But I don't see anyone at all, actually. Might have left me. I quickly turn a corner and bump into a helpless woman. Uh-oh. That's not here, is it? Hey, watch where you're going, yeah? Will you? I step back and immediately apologize. I tell her I was just looking for my friend, Rook. I explain the fact that I'm a foreigner and... Foreigner? Oh, so am I. But I'm not so courageous. Oh, that's a gear. What's that have to do with... I don't know. You probably tell your friend I met you at the at terrain. I don't know. Oh, I'm skipping dialogue. Oops. I take her to start and follow her directions. Before I can get too far, my hand grasps my shoulder. Oh no, could it be the man again? Please just give me some peace and quiet today. Nope, it's someone else. That looks like Rook because of the picture. Hey! It's Rook. Are you so lonely that you've taken up talking to yourself? That's weird. I'm extremely relieved. For one, I thought it might have been that man again. But no. This must be Rook. What does he mean by talking to himself? Thanks for the ears again. I need to do something about that. Whatever. I'm glad you're here. The PA speakers mentioned possible delays. That's not something I can tolerate. I want a strict schedule. S-T-R-I-C-T. Starts typing away on his tablet. I don't think it's typing, I think he's writing on his tablet. Strict. Adjective. Acting in close confirmation to the Ever heard of that word before? Wow. I thought Kilo was a character. Although I guess I wouldn't be a little upset if he was boring. No one likes a stick in the mud. So, where's the other one? I was confused. I wasn't quite sure what he meant. Asking for clarification. The other contestant winner, I mean, you were supposed to be together. Wait, what? Insufferable. I hate being lied to. Drop the act. Seriously, where is he? I tell him I have no idea what he's talking about. Ah, we were both contestants! It was foreshadowed from the beginning! I tell him I have no idea what he's talking about. I didn't meet anybody on the train except for Kilo. Wait, could that mean... No way. Out of the shadow, someone shuffles towards us. Hey, you two! You were watching us? That's exciting. That's exceedingly creepy. What a group. We have ourselves a stalker. And someone who talks to themselves, too. I really don't get what he means. I was clearly getting directions from that woman. Oh! I realize now... That gear tells me a lot. I was watching you, I was just shy. And hold on a second. You're the other contestant winner. He really emphasizes the word "your." I'm unsure if I should take offense to this or not. Although, now I'm glad I didn't break the NDA. Rook would have found out for sure. I guess I should have expected it. Both on the same train, both English speakers, it adds up. Well, either way, I have to say I'm really glad it's you. I feel like we got along on the train. Even if it was only a few minutes. Oh! Yeah, it was foreshadowed from the beginning. He was texting away at the beginning. Yeah, okay. I'm good at remembering details, trust me. I'm good at details. We go to the maid cafe for sure now. We'll be spending some time, so much time together. Isn't that cool? I'm ecstatic. You have to save your game. Yes, I would. Please. What are we on the same chapter still? We're still on chapter 1. It's so long. I've been playing for 46 minutes. I saved. I'm done. I gotta edit this. Didn't even finish chapter 1. It's that long of a game. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Alright, so first overview of the first part. Not bad, I will admit. Music extremely loud, I will admit. But yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna edit this together. I'll just have to cut out like 1 or 2 parts, I think, if I remember correctly. And that should be good enough. But this game ain't bad. I don't know why it appeals to me that voicing characters and, you know, being fluent is really nice to me. I don't know why that I enjoy that, but like being able to voice characters and read fluently, like the bookworm. But like being able to voice characters and actually have something interesting with story. I wasn't really caught off guard by any of it. It was just the fast transitions that really annoyed me. It was like, oh yeah, we have a tense political statement going on, and then we switch over to a train station where we are coasted away off the contest. So yeah, my throat's really gonna kill me after the series is over. I can already see like 20 parts of this. The only reason why is because I've already spent like an hour on chapter 1. Buried wasn't even that long. This might replace Buried because I got nothing better to do. And I bought it for $3, which is the same price as Buried, so I really can't complain about that either. So that should be interesting. But there's some interesting things as well with I want to talk about the game for a second. It's really nice to see this kind of like mystery of what's going on, how you're doing this stuff, and all this other stuff. You know, you get the point. But yeah, you get it. Like the gear. The gear is something to look out for. It obviously means something. Somebody who talks to himself, oh, I was just talking to the girl to get directions. Yeah. That gear is important. I can obviously tell it's important because the guy that we first met has a gear on him, so that probably means something with the arc, probably. Which makes no sense, but what am I supposed to do? I don't really know what to talk about. My voice is dying on the inside, so yeah, I'll see you guys in whatever next episode I make. I'll be sure to make more videos of this just to see where this goes, because it seems like it's becoming slightly interesting to see where this is heading. Basically, the political standpoint of the political standpoint caught my attention. It was interesting, even though I came here for murder mystery and choices matter, which obviously I did. Choice matters. I saw that a little bit, but I don't know how well that would have actually affected much, because in the achievements I only saw 2 endings, but we'll see. And yeah, I'll see you guys next episode of whatever I make. Bye bye. Wow, this one was a little long.